Hey guys!
Hello.
Welcome to the stream today. I am Sam. You guys might remember me from a couple weeks ago, although if you weren't there, hello. I'm here with Joey,
Hi.
Uncle Fuzz, and we are going to be playing Celeste today. It is a really cool platformer that was made by Matt Makes Games, and yeah. You ready to jump into it, Joey?
Yes.
Or
Very ready.
is there anything that you want to tell the guys before we cut to the gameplay?
Well, I feel like the game's getting a lot of notoriety right now just because of how difficult it is. It's one of those very like hard platformers, I guess otherwise known as splatformers, where you just die a whole lot, but in the same sense you learn a whole lot from doing that.
Are there any other, for people who are watching that aren't really into platformers like that, can you explain what a splatformer is, or any other games that are
I guess
like
it's just one like similar to Super Meat Boy, where you learn the level just by dying over and over, falling into abysses a lot. So
it's a messy learning experience.
yeah, but it's fun. It's satisfying to do that.
Right.
So let's jump right in, I guess.
And I think it's this button. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Nope. Yeah.
Sweet.
Wait. Nope. Yo, Eric.
Well, anyway, we can start for right now. So I figure like the best thing for us to do maybe is kind of go through the first one or two levels to just kind of show off what it actually looks like and how it plays, and then we can go on to the much harder ones. So I'm just gonna start off with the Forsaken City. It's the first level. And I think some people in the chat were like, spoilers. So I'm gonna skip a lot of the story stuff because it does have a good story.
Thank you.
Oop.
I hit all the wrong buttons. I had one job, guys.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be speeding through a lot of this, kind of showing you guys what the game looks and sounds like, because the soundtrack is also really, really great.
Yeah, it has a 8-bit style that's both musically and aesthetically it fits. So if you guys don't know other games that Matt Make Games made, it's very similar to Towerfall Ascension, and some of his other games all have very similar style. Joey, can you explain what this level is here?
Okay, so this level is the Forsaken City. It's the first one, and this is kind of where you get to learn a lot of the mechanics in the game, where you can walk around, you can jump, you can also do what's known as a wall cling, just by holding the right trigger. You can hold onto walls and kind of jump around from there. And the main mechanic here in the game is this dash right here, and this will get you a lot of mileage just being able to clear gaps, and it just sort of adds to your jumps.
So the wall dash and the wall cling and the dash together are basically the two moves that you're going to continuously utilize throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
To get through it.
And so like every single level, they introduce a new mechanic that will, oh my god, that will that you'll be able to learn, and kind of they build off of that so well.
Hey Goob, good to see you in the chat. Yes, I is here. It is official. The wall cling has a stamina bar, right? So
Yeah.
you can't cling forever.
You can't cling forever. You can hold on to place for like a good amount of time to like think about what you're gonna do, but like once you start moving, the timer starts ticking down, and you gotta hurry up. So the game like encourages you to just keep moving, trying to find like paths in order to clear each screen. Because there's not a lot of spots where you can like take a breather and like think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to operate really well under pressure and figure out the puzzle at the same time.
Yeah.
So for people who love like intense puzzle experiences, this is probably good for you. Joe, you've sort of become our like resident 2D platformer guy.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
How did that happen?
I think it was just with Cuphead. Like when I started playing that, I got really into it, and I guess everyone knows that game as being like really tough, but like I just loved it so much I just wouldn't stop playing it.
CR7 Hama. This game is Celeste. It is by Matt Makes Games. He also made Towerfall Ascension and a bunch of other platformers. Towerfall Ascension was the full release
that was
of
like
Towerfall.
the big one. Yeah,
that was his big one that he got popular for. And if you don't know that off the top of your head, you probably have seen even maybe us play it in the past here.
Yeah.
Probably
like on some Extra Life live stream, probably.
Yeah, it's like a 4-player survival of the fittest style game where you have to shoot arrows at each other and use different things to you have to be the last man standing.
Yeah.
So if you go look it up, you might be familiar with it because it was quite popular for a while.
All right, so I'll go through that one and then I'll go through the second one because I cleared that one already.
What have you gotten through the whole game
Yeah,
already?
so basically the entire game is about 7 chapters long, and then hidden in every chapter there are unlockables everywhere. So you have your regular unlockable, which is right there. You can kind of see it. It's a strawberry.
Yes.
And these are kind of just like extra challenges that you can do. Like this one's in a spot with like a bunch of spikes, so you can try to get to it. They're not really necessary, but it's just a cool little thing that they've added to kind of up the difficulty for people who want that.
Yes, there are there's the strawberries, and there's also hearts that you can get by beating the more difficult versions of each level, which are the B-side levels.
Yeah.
So for you guys who haven't seen this game before, the B-side is they're like cassette tapes that are hidden in like fringe areas of each level. And they unlock just a really, really super hard version of it.
Yeah, so if you get through the game and you realize like, man, that was really difficult, it's just getting started. Yeah, good.
Oh, I was gonna just say hi to some people in the chat. Sorry to cut you off, Joey.
No
Alyssasaurus. Hello, Dinosaurus Man. Is Sam new to GS, or is she just one of the her first video appearances? I am not new to GS. I am normally a social media producer here. I've been here for about 9 months, so sort of new in the spectrum of things. And I have been on one stream in the past, so it's wonderful to meet you. Thanks for coming by.
I have a request.
Yes.
Can you turn up the music for this part? Because this is when it gets really good.
Absolutely. Eric, Ate, if you're watching, I'm sorry if I messed this up. I'm about to touch the controls.
Let's do it very slowly. Okay, that's good.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to skip this cutscene because people want to hear the story.
Choi plays Nintendo. This music is dope. I agree.
It's probably my favorite track in the game. So, like I said, each area introduces a new mechanic that you'll use throughout the whole level. And this one, you got like these little space blob squares that if you dash into it, it just keeps going and you can jump out the other side.
I don't know if there's an official name for that block, but I would like to call it Space Jello.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So like if you run into a wall, for example, that you'll just die. So you got to be careful because you can't stop until you reach the other side.
And there's a few different objects like this in the game that you can like transport through, right?
Yeah.
It's not just these space jello blocks, but there's also that little feather thing that I saw somebody do in a game.
Yeah, so there's like each level will have something just completely different.
Gotcha. Ooh. I liked that sound. That was a good sound. Errol M says, when games have great music, it makes the experience so much better.
I know.
Errol, I completely agree. I think that when I think of my favorite games, I always remember songs from each of them.
Yeah, because that's like just, it gives so much, like that's what sticks with you.
Yeah.
All right. Got someone chasing me. Let's go.
Oh. She's slow. Or you're just fast.
No, she's not slow. She's going the exact same speed as me. So she is basically a shadow. So
is she like a Negaverse version of yourself?
Kind of, yeah. So she'll
she'll
mirror everything that you do. So you gotta keep moving. You can't just stop here because she's gonna get to that spot soon.
Goob says, would you say it's Metroidvania-esque?
Not really. There's no backtracking at all.
Yeah, the levels are very linear. Whereas like a Metroidvania game is supposed to be more stacked and exploratory, right?
Yeah. There's like, you pick up a power up here and then like revisit some other area to open that up. It's not really how it works. It's all just about like the main thing that changes really is your skill. Like as you return, you can always return to just older levels.
Yes.
And what's going to unlock is like paths that you never thought you could take before because you didn't learn like how to do that. Like the jumps are all different, or the jumps like you'll learn new things basically.
Now I have a question. Now once you get to the end of the game, I know that there is, and I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. I just am speaking to things that you have to collect to unlock parts of the game.
Yeah.
There is a level where you have, at the very end there is a like bonus level where you have to have hearts to get there, and the
Correct.
only way that you can get hearts is by beating the B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
So even though the game is linear from start to finish in terms of like story and basic experience, can you go back and find the B-sides and achieve them?
Yes. So you can always return to it. Like they're always unlocked for you like, once you get to them.
Gotcha. So the B-sides are there from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's no like retroactively having to go find the B-sides. Squid Wizard! Shoutouts to you, that Squid Wizard is my old coworker Andrew. Thank you for coming by to check out the stream.
Okay, we're good.
So, I also know that this game, it can be quite challenging, but for people who are really just interested in the story straight up, there is a sort of easy mode.
Yeah. So what they have in the main menu, you can turn on an assist mode, which basically will modify certain aspects of the game, and I guess it will make it easier. But like you can customize it basically to however you to your liking. So you can turn the speed down to like 50%. You can give yourself unlimited stamina to hold on, or you can even give yourself invincibility if you just want to focus on like climbing.
Is this available for iOS and Android? I don't believe so. I think this is just on
PS4, PC, and Switch.
Yes.
I believe, yeah.
Why is Joey always so good at super hard platformers?
I wish I could explain that myself. Like, I don't feel like I'm great at it, but what I think this game really does well is eases you into that difficulty and makes you learn a lot of stuff, like, very gradually. Like, a lot of stuff that I'm doing, like a lot of the climbs and a lot of the ways that I'm traversing these levels, I had no idea I'd be able to do that when I first started this game. I was, like, plodding along really, really slowly.
So something this game does do well is teach you the mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like a nice learning curve there. Also, I was going to ask you, and this is like sort of a, side question, but did you play a lot of 2D fighters when you were growing up?
Yes.
Because it is my theory that people who played a lot of 2D fighters are naturally kind of good at platformers because they just have the eye for, I guess, the frames, and I don't know.
I guess so, because like I was thinking about also just thinking about how each screen in the game is kind of like its own standalone challenge, and that reminds me of like, oh, this is similar to me trying to figure out a combo and like working in training mode to get that like perfect.
Yes.
It's sort of like this because it's a similar like your a sequence of button presses and trying to get it like frame perfect and everything.
Exactly. So it sort of makes sense.
I think so. I hear you on that. All right, so chapter complete. So we went through the first two levels. They weren't too bad. So we're actually gonna go. Let's go back to the first one, and we're gonna do the B side. As you can see, there's a lot more spikes here.
Dinosaur Man. Yes, we are playing on Switch right now.
Yes, and believe it or not, this is the first time I'll ever recommend it, but if you guys really like Celeste and want to get it on Switch, play with the Joy-Cons, because I think that's the ideal way to go. I know people really love the Pro Controller, but I could never really get a handle of it for this game. Just because the D-pad, since it's split up into 4 buttons, I feel like it's a lot easier to have like more precise movement.
Nice. Ooh. Joey, can you show them some of your casual gameplay, like how you normally play at home?
Just like sitting back like this, like one hand up here.
One hand up on the face. Are there gonna be games that are like competitive Joy-Con games?
Competitive Joy-Con? I know there was one to Switch. I'm not sure how competitive that was.
Like, I just want to see like a tournament with everybody with Joy-Cons rolling in.
Bringing their own like custom ones.
Yeah, their own custom Joy-Cons, and everybody will have like their quirks. You know, some people will play hands up, some people will play hands down. How do you play with your Joy-Cons? That's what I'm asking the audience here. Goob, wow, not use the Pro Controller. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's mostly because like the D-pad on the Pro Controller I feel like is a little finicky. Like, I'll be pressing forward and then the slightest tilt towards the up position will give me an up forward, which is not really great in a game like this to have.
Right, it's gonna make you maybe a little more sloppy.
Yeah. Whereas like this, I know what's left and what's right.
So, I know, Joey, that you love the actual gameplay. Like, you love the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
Can you speak to the story at all, or did you just like speed run your way through this?
No, actually, the story was probably the most surprising part of it because I wasn't really expecting, you know, much from like a platform like this. Usually, games like this, they don't really. I guess they typically don't have like a storyline. It's focused a lot on gameplay.
Yeah. Oh no.
Hop on the other side of that. But like all the mechanics and all the difficulty actually ties in really well with the story, I think. And I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything, but you know, it's a very good, very good.
Yes. Pata says, I can't play pixel games anymore. I'm kind of tired of them. Played too many since the 90s. Even if gameplay is amazing, with a mind-blowing story, eventually I get bored with the visuals. Well, I guess that's fair. You know, to each their own.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, this one's fun.
Oh my god. The spikes give me anxiety. I played a lot of Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
And there are so many gruesome ways in which you splat and die in that.
You just turn into blood or whatever it is.
Yeah, you turn into I don't know, mush meat. Yeah, no, the story is surprisingly deep in this. So the thing you're trying to achieve here is dash up.
Oh my god.
Above that second platform.
Yeah, so I gotta get over here to ride that platform back so I can get into that midsection there. It's a really, really tight window.
When is Joey gonna get into the Souls-esque / get good games? Which I have to say, I love this genre rename here. Get good games.
The get good
games. The struggle.
Know.
The hustle games. Like, are we talking about like the super grindy, like Dark Souls?
Yeah, like
Monster
I feel like
Hunter?
there's a slight difference between like those kinds of games and then like ones like these, similar to Cuphead, because I think just people in general like being like, oh, it's the Dark Souls of whatever.
It's like the new comparison.
It's hard,
anything
yeah.
difficult. Which like
I mean, yeah, it's cool that they have like made a name for themselves by
being hard.
Being like a difficult, like a genre.
You know, Dark Souls, it is difficult, and it is a game that takes patience. I would think that the patience factor is more difficult than sometimes, like, just claiming that Dark Souls is difficult is like, not all of Dark Souls is difficult.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like pattern recognition and patience.
Yeah, it's just like it's also very like different in its difficulty, you know?
Right. Like, whereas you're in games like this, you're not necessarily. It's not like a pattern recognition thing. It's a different type of puzzle that relies more on knowing and understanding the mechanics of the jumping and climbing and all that.
Yeah.
It's just an actual 2D puzzle. Is there a death count for this? Do you want to admit how many times you've died?
If you guys are wondering how many times I've died, like total in the game, yes, they do count your deaths for you. I won't spoil it yet, but I'll show you guys after we finish this area.
I feel like I wish
just
that we
how
could
many.
like give kudos to whoever guesses it right. Like there needs to be like some type of of pat on the back there. How many times has Joey died? How many times has Joey died in the stream? I wish we had a counter on the screen.
I know. Like it'll count after you beat the level. It'll add to your total. But if yeah, I guess we can see if anyone in the chat can guess how many times it's been.
I mean, I think you died like 50 times in the last like 5 minutes. If I had to guess.
Do that. I need to be on the edge.
If I had a nickel for every time Joey died,
You'd be pretty rich.
yeah. It actually wouldn't be bad. It would probably it would definitely get me groceries this month. I'm just saying. Is the whole city like this, or is this just an especially hazardous neighborhood? Also, I didn't ask you, and I wasn't paying attention. Is this a normal level, or is this a B-side?
This is the B-side. So
Okay.
this is the B-side to the city that the first city that we just played. Oh god.
Helper guessed 856 or 8,565. I'm not quite sure. There's a strange comma in there. Errol said, my friend recommended Bloodborne to me as a joke, expecting me to get frustrated and quit, but then it became one of my favorite games ever. Jokes on them, Errol.
Oh no.
Told Taya we could use a death counter in every stream. Death counter is pretty good. I mean, although in this game, I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just
Yeah, it's like
part of the game.
your deaths are all part of like the learning process. They even mention that in the game itself, which I think is pretty cool.
yeah. Like don't feel bad about dying. It's not. It's sort of the point. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not gonna get to it.
No, it's a half. A half a death. What would a half of a death be in this game?
Oh.
A near death? GameVet says he's guessing over 1,300.
1,300?
Should I give them a hint? Should I say less or more?
I would say
More.
More. It is definitely more.
For sure. So besides Cuphead, Joey, what was your first like platformer that you were like, oh shit, I'm good at this? Oh.
No, it's good.
Oh shoot, I am good at this.
The first platformer?
Yeah, like Mario.
I would say
know.
I would say like Mario was first for me. Mario World in like kind of discovering that I can do this a lot faster if I really tried. Like I never really took it seriously, but just kind of like experimenting with running the game, like just trying to see how fast I can get through each of the levels. Like that was back in like late 90s. Like I didn't know what speed running was at the time or anything.
Do you think that this game is going to be really popular among speedrunners, or is it already?
Oh, I'm sure it already is. Like I think a lot of the people who worked on the game, they like participate in like speedruns and like are part of the community, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess that is like really the ultimate test of platformer.
Oh, damn it.
Pelper, I will say that it is much more than 1,000. You said you put about 40 hours into this game, Joey, right?
Yeah, 40 hours like total, but that it does include me just kind of sitting at my desk, like doing other stuff while it's running. But I would say like total playtime, maybe closer to like 30, 35. All right, got that one.
Errol said, I love Mario World, but I love Yoshi's Island. First Mario game I ever finished. Yoshi's Island was also the first Mario game I ever finished. So that we're now connected forever. Yoshi's Island was, all jokes aside, one of my favorite Mario games of all time. Minus Crying Baby Mario. That was a little bit,
Funny, they apparently like Yoshi's Island is also one of the more like prolific speedrunning games because of how difficult it is to like run that game. Apparently,
yeah, it's quite challenging.
Who would have thought?
Of all the games, Yoshi's Island. Oh,
Ooh.
nice!
I made it through the B-side.
Good job, Joey.
So yeah, that's the first one. Not too bad, right? Only died maybe like 20 times on that one.
I'd say a little bit more.
I got through that one in 9 minutes. Not bad. Was there anyone that got closer to guessing?
Nope, not at all. They're like not anywhere near.
Pelipper
not
says.
even in the ballpark.
Pelipper says 30 hours times 60, or 30 hours over 60 times 10 deaths a minute.
That would be. The last math class I took was pre-cal when I was a junior.
So that's what,
in high
600
school.
an hour, 30 hours. That's only 8. Is that 1,800? Or is it 18,000?
I don't know. Should we just tell them?
All right, I'll go to it. So in the game, you can also take a look at your journal here, which will kind of give you like an overview of the levels that you've done. So at the bottom there, you can see the total death count, B-sides and regular levels combined, is 12,200.
Nice.
So there you go.
I have a question. There's
Yes.
one of those levels there that has way more deaths than the other. Which one was that?
That was the Celestial Resort.
The summit.
No, it's the resort has 24. I have almost 2,500 deaths on that.
Oh wow. Okay.
At least on the B side, at least.
Yeah. Yow.
All right. Let's do that one.
Do you feel like?
Do I feel like I'm gonna die?
Have you conquered it yet?
I want to say yes, because I did this one earlier on than like some of the other B sides. But
Got it.
if things go to hell, then we can always back out. We can always try a different one.
I feel like we're all bad at math in this chat right now. I'm not. Yeah, the in-game death counter is pretty cool, Goob. I have to agree. Although, I don't think I'd want to know how many times I've died in some games.
In some games, yeah.
Maybe this, I think Super Meat Boy has the in-game death timer. I mean, death counter. But yeah, some games I definitely wouldn't want to know.
Oh god. First screen, we're already experiencing some trouble. Oh, I love the song, by the way.
This is exactly the point. This is where you died all 2,400 times.
Yeah.
Probably.
This is when I was like, oh, okay, this is how difficult the game can get. I see what's going on here. Because it starts making you do jumps that like you never thought were possible before.
Yes.
Like doing that, going from one side of that little thing and like going onto the other side in such a short span of time.
Oh my god, I saw a video of that moment, of this part, and it blew my mind. This should be an Android game. Who agrees with me? I would say it would be difficult on such a small screen unless you were playing on a tablet maybe.
Even still, it's like when you need that precision, I can't imagine not having like analog controls.
Right.
That you can feel.
And you can get controllers for Android and mobile
I know,
games,
but the thing is like, yeah, like just people normally aren't going to have that.
Yeah.
You can see it you start like flashing red when you start running out of stamina.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's a nice thing, so you know. It's better than like a bar. I feel like the bar would be distracting. Arshawn says this is what challenges real pros. So we're about to find out if Joey is a real pro right now.
As opposed to a fake pro?
Yes, this is the test. Errol, I feel for you. I'm also so bad at math, as you guys just found out.
Saw one coming.
GameVet says, did you like the nods at other classic games made in this game?
Yes. So there's an Easter egg like later on in the game that's a callback to Super Mario Brothers 3, because apparently that's Matt makes the guy. Oh my God, that was his last jump. That's his like favorite game of all time.
Cool.
So he has like a really cool little thing in the game. I won't spoil it again, just because it's pretty cool.
I like the campfire. Campfire's kind of cool.
Yeah. There we go.
Fairstacat, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Maybe next time I will be playing PUBG. I saw you say that earlier in the chat. As always, we appreciate you.
So one thing I really like about the game is that you can after dying you can start off pretty much immediately.
Yes, there's no like
there's no real wait time.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like all the obstacles and oh my God, how do I get this? Everything is like kind of synced up perfectly so that right when you start moving, you can like immediately begin the run, and it's like you can time your jumps perfectly like right from the start.
Mm-hmm. The music in this level is really exciting, I have to say. I'm just like in my head, I'm just like dancing. But I'm the type of person that if I'm having a hard time beating a level and I'm getting like anxious about it because I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
I actually sometimes have to turn the music off.
Really?
'Cause I get like a kid.
That's
I get
what-
like too excited or
That's
something.
what keeps me moving. That's what keeps me going.
The music, you're like, yeah. No, I get like overstimulated or something. Like overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, I need to like turn the music down for just a minute and focus. But that's just me. Arshan, I think I'm just gonna stick with Mario. I mean, it's a safe bet. Goob, I'm with Joey, and I need the music to get in the groove.
You heard this song?
Dakran says it's a bit like Mega Man music.
Yeah,
it
that's
is,
what I was thinking.
Yeah, chiptune style.
Or like, I was thinking of the oh my God, from Sonic Mania, or that's just like in recent memory, but like I think one of the levels in there, Studiopolis, was like reminiscent of this one, I think.
So those blue coin, when you go up to those blue, like, is that like a coin up at the top?
Yeah,
or
it's
okay.
like I guess it's like a block. I don't know exactly what they call it.
And you have to knock both of them in order to move that block.
You need all three of them.
Essentially.
Let's see, what's the quickest way to do this? Not that. So that's the thing. You only have one dash in the air, so you gotta make sure you use it wisely. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm good. Just wait for it to come back.
Oh.
Along with the blob.
I'm like dialed in, like crossing my fingers for you right now, because oh, that was so close.
Of course he's gonna be there.
No panic dashes allowed, Joey.
No
Oops.
panic dashes.
I mean, I witnessed a few panic dashes myself.
Yeah. I know he's gonna be here. There we go. I think I wasted that one.
Oh no!
No, I need the dash.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that was really satisfying. Oh. I feel like if I watched a full speed run of this where there was like almost no deaths, I would be shocked. I would just be like, wow, wow, wow,
Yeah, I think
wow,
so,
wow.
I think the current record is 43 minutes, going through the entire game.
With no deaths.
Pretty sure there's no deaths.
Got it. Or like minimal.
There we go. That was a little better.
You almost said easy, and I was like,
I
was
was
it
like,
easy?
okay, it's not. I wouldn't say easy. Okay, this one here.
GG easy. Textbook, no problem.
Ah. Okay, yeah, that was
Accurate
That wasn't
depiction
bad.
of my feelings. That's like the internal sound I've
Yeah.
been making the whole time I'm watching you, actually. Dakron says GDQ for this game is 42 minutes. That's godlike.
currently like it's gonna only get faster from there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god! Wow! That was actually really impressive, Joey. I'm not gonna lie. That was really
Thank
cool.
you. Let's skip that one.
So has anybody in chat, have you guys picked up Celeste, or are you going to? Is watching Joey changing your mind at all, or is this
I'm not gonna make it.
or are there any other platformers right now that you guys are like really into or have been into in like the last year? Notable mentions.
There we go.
My brain does hurt a little too, Goob.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
good, sweet. So this was like, it was about here, I think, was when I realized, okay, you know how you can climb the walls, but you can also grab onto it by like holding R. I started realizing you don't even need to hold on to this. You can just jump off of everything and still complete the levels.
I see. So you didn't have to use your
Like the wall cling, like
the wall climb.
It's like it's good to use if you like are stuck somewhere and like you need to, and you're like sliding off, but like it's really not necessary, which is that changed a lot for me, I think.
It was a game changer.
I guess in the way that like I approach the game. Oh god.
Joey, have you heard of Slime-san on Twitch? I mean, on Twitch?
Slime song?
No, Errol said that he is currently reviewing it. And I hadn't heard of it myself.
Huh.
So
I've never heard of it.
he said it came out
Oh
early
my God.
2017 and it was very overlooked. Errol,
2017, wow.
I'll have to look into it.
Such a small window.
You do it? Oh, alright. Take that back. I didn't mean it. This time you can, though. Immediately take that back, too.
There we go. Ugh, it's always the last one. speeding through this now.
No, yeah, no.
Sometimes I need to take my time.
breath.
Yeah.
I'm holding my breath watching you because I don't want to distract you by saying something.
By breathing air.
Yeah,
I
like if I breathe and you feel it, you might die. So.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay. All right. If it had harder platforming, I'm sure Joey would have heard of it. Grounded Dreams. Game looks amazing, but is it Meat Boy levels of difficulty? That was great, but became unenjoyable as it was too hard.
No, I think this is like a good amount of difficulty. Like in my honest opinion, like I don't think it ever gets really frustrating in the same way that Super Meat Boy did.
Yeah. I fell off of Super Meat Boy personally. And like I would consider myself, I'm not terrible at platformers. I would say of average skill level. I'm not Joey good, but I'm not like
Who is?
Yeah. Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Who is really? Joey is really like the. I'm just exaggerating now, but no, Joey's not like the pinnacle of skill, but he is quite good at the game. I would say he's definitely talented at platformers. I wouldn't say that it's like a forte. I'm an average player of these games. And Super Meat Boy did get too difficult at a certain point for me. But I was very invested in the love story, so I actually watched somebody finish the game online.
Oh boy. How did we do this one last?
Yeah, this game looks a lot more forgiving than Meat Boy. I would agree with that game, but I think it does look more forgiving.
It's also, it makes you feel like, I guess, better about dying. Maybe it's the music.
Or maybe it's the lack of blood. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, Meat Boy was like...
Like, it doesn't antagonize you, I feel like, in the same way that Super Meat Boy did sometimes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, lucky for you, Goob, you can play this platformer for the story if you want to. It has the easy mode. Well, I don't want to call it that. It's assist mode.
Yeah, assist mode.
Hold your hand through the game a little bit. I would be lying if I said I never played a game on easy mode before.
Oh my god.
Sometimes you just want to experience the beauty and awe. I have this game and I have 500 deaths in the hotel. Is that lower or higher than what you have, Joey?
I think it's a little bit lower. But I guess like my first time through the hotel, maybe it was around there.
This guy is scary.
He's not that bad.
Oh yeah. It's friendly. Really. Goop, I don't like the C word. Casual.
They call it assist. So it's not casual, right?
Casual. Woo.
Oh my god.
There are certain games. I was just thinking about this because I know this game is out on Steam right now.
Yeah.
And there are certain games that are, especially, you're not meant to use a keyboard and mouse. And this is absolutely.
Yeah, this is definitely one of them.
One of those games. I could not imagine playing with a mouse and keyboard. I actually tried to play Ori and the Blind Forest with a mouse and keyboard.
I feel like any platformer is not going to work well on a mouse and keyboard.
It's not. It's just not. It doesn't feel good, you know. Like the wall-to-wall jumping.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. Something about
climbing.
not using your thumb, I guess.
Yeah, like the hopping back and forth. It just feels so wrong on a mouse and keyboard. So I actually did attempt it sort of recently, and I was like, nope. So if you are, and I thought of this because Bob Jones is Who Got Celeste on Switch, and I was thinking, you know, it's probably the best place to play it, or PS4, but the Joy-Cons seem appropriate.
Joy-Cons, and then also just being able to play this on the go, because like,
yeah,
being able to just clear like a short segment of the game, like little by little, is always really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that about any Switch game, like I feel like that's a good way to play a lot of games that are available on it.
Definitely. Portability in mind.
Oh my god.
Does this ghost have a toupee? It looks like a toupee, is what I would say. But I don't want to make any assumptions, because that's rude, and I, you know. GameSpot. I'm playing on PC with the Xbox controller. That is how I play most of my platformers on PC as well. I have one of those like third-party, or it's like a Rock Candy controller. I like that. I like them. They're good. They're pretty. Yeah, Goop, I agree. Portability is what's awesome about the Switch. And at first, I really thought that the battery life was going to be a deal breaker for me because it only lasts like 3 hours. But then I realized that there's really never a situation where I'm in a place for more than 3 hours where I can't recharge.
Yeah.
Like, even on an airplane. Like, most airplanes have outlets now. And if you don't have an outlet on your plane, you can always just bring a portable battery. And it's really like, most of us have portable batteries now, so it's not that much of a deal breaker.
Yeah, it seems to be okay.
They also make cases that have, like, chargers built into them and stuff.
Here we go. This is Mad Dash right here. Oh.
Yeah, your portable batteries are pretty. You can get fairly decent price ones now online that hold a fair amount of charge.
Yes.
Errol, this is true. But I will say I have played Super Mario Odyssey. I took a flight. It was a 5-hour flight, and it was my first time playing Super Mario Odyssey. I was on the flight, and I played the whole time. I did. Great.
Oh my god. Start off immediately.
You know, you said this guy wasn't that bad, and now I really don't believe you.
Initially, he was okay. Okay, I think I'm good.
Or quiver. Oh my god.
Let's go. I think we're getting close to the end of this one.
Oh, you missed. That was. Yeah, you can't miss those. Something really satisfying about them. Yikes. Anime Kahu.
Like this.
Oh, welcome to the stream. We are playing Celeste, an insanely difficult city platformer.
Okay.
What? Timing is key. Ooh.
It's like there's a little bit of slowdown as he like starts dashing at you. Gotta make sure. I think someone said shout out to Theo. It's one of the other characters in the game.
Who is Theo in this game?
He's one of the travelers that you meet like while climbing the mountain. So basically, well, the story of the game is that you're this girl who decides to climb Mount Celeste. And on your way up to the top, you meet Theo, who like helps you out in certain areas. Whoa!
Oh,
There we go.
nice. Good job, Joey.
Over.
And the mountain is supposed to be metaphorical in a way, right?
Yeah.
Because the game does focus on some pretty serious topics, like depression and anxiety and dealing with the struggles of life. And so I think the mountain is supposed to be also metaphorical there, which I personally really like. I think for a lot of people, it's actually a relatable story whether or not you deal with those things.
Yeah.
Because we all struggle at some point or another. Oh.
See, this is the quiet section. Where it's
Anime Kahu says, I am getting this today.
nice.
Prepare
The
to
one
die
in the
many,
middle.
many, 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 many times. Don't feel bad about it. It's just a learning curve.
Of course, right when the door opens.
Is this on PS4? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
There we go. Not too bad, right?
Nice. High five. Good job,
My
Joey.
hand's a little clammy just from holding these Joy-Cons.
Good karma. Ah.
It's 17 minutes. Much faster than the first time I went through it. Much fewer deaths too.
Nice. Nice.
Alright, so we've seen that one. I feel like, let's see, what's a good one to go to next? Some Mirror Temple.
Peter Brock. Well, hello there. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Celeste. It is a platformer by Matt Makes Games. Matt Makes Games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, just to hear the music, I'll go back to the old site, B-side. I
You
really
like
like
the
this one.
music
Yeah.
And this one? Cool. Is the soundtrack available yet to buy in full, or?
I think you can buy it on SoundCloud. It's also available to stream on Spotify as well.
Oh, nice. I love that. I love when game music happens to be on Spotify. It's just
Yeah.
like such a pleasant surprise. I recently found, totally random, guys, but their playlist of all the
Oh,
music
man.
that was in Tony Hawk.
Wait, one or two? Just the first one?
There's playlists for all of them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I don't know if that hits a nostalgia spot for you guys, but if it does, those playlists do exist on Spotify. Bless whoever made them. It's like going back in time. I love it. Hakeem Corbett says, I kind of hate the hotel manager guy, not because of the flying head. He just whines so much. Do you feel that way?
Originally, I did until, like, there's like some dialogue between him and Celeste, or him and your main character Madeline, that like kind of explains his like personality, which I think is it's like a really cool way to do it. Again, spoil the story or anything. Come on.
Dizzy Death says, chiptune music, 16-bit art style, and tackling depression. This just won indie game bingo. It did. Those are a lot of common themes in indies individually. And it did tackle them all beautifully, which is what earned it such a high review score. I think if you go and look at the reviews across the board, it did really well.
Yeah.
Pretty much no matter who reviewed it or where. You guys can check out our review. Oscar Deus wrote it. It's on site. Randall Hyatt, no, don't break my heart. He says they don't have all the songs from Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. All right, well, the playlist I found had most of the ones that I remembered and loved. I didn't like cross-check that one specifically, but there are some pretty good comprehensive playlists out there. So. Errol says, I love games that deal with relatable psychological problems, so I just bought Night in the Woods on Switch, which we also reviewed, if you guys want to check that out. I did major in psychology, though, so maybe I'm a little biased. I think it's interesting. I always find it interesting to see games tackle tough topics like that. Yeah. And I think that games are going to continue to explore those areas in storytelling as, you know, the space changes.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, virtual reality experiences changing with time and improving. There was even, like, a Sundance Film Festival version for, like, VR movie games. Movie-like-esque games, I believe. A couple, like, 2 years. Last year? Year before?
I don't remember that.
So, like, I don't know, seeing, like, storytelling and psychology play out in games is going to be a thing that we're going to see more of, I guess.
Oh God.
Is this one of your top games this year, you think, Joey?
I mean, so far.
I mean, it's
think,
still
yeah.
so early
it's still,
in the year.
Still
but
January or February 1st. Or is it the second? Is it the second? February. The start of February, and there's already like a couple of these games.
Randall Hyatt says, I'm playing this game as I'm watching the
Oh
stream.
no.
That sounds a little Intense.
So those the shadows are back, following me.
My demons. That's what it looks like to me. My personal, like her personal demons, chasing her around.
There we go. Whew.
Zamidal Gamer, hello. Welcome. How are we today?
I'm good.
I'm good, yeah. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm surprised Joey's good. I would be like pulling my hair out right now. Because this game is quite challenging. Persistence is key.
Yeah.
Zamidal, this is Celeste. It is a platformer by Matt Makes Games. He made Titanfall Ascension.
Towerfall.
Sorry. My head did one of those things where I replaced words with other words. Towerfall Ascension, which you might remember as being a sort of like survival of the fittest platformer, 1 to 4 players. You have to use like the ball chain and arrows and dashing amongst. It's like
Jump on people's heads.
You jump on people's heads. Similar mechanics appear in both games. He also has he's actually made, and not just him, Matt Makes Games is the name of his studio, but the studio has many people that work to make these games. He's got quite a few platformers actually.
Yeah.
Towerfall was just one of the most popular ones that people latched onto. It came out in 2013 originally, but the full launch wasn't until a little bit later. This is like his big follow-up to that. That's gotten quite a lot of attention.
Get the right angles here.
Samuel, this is my happiest day ever. Well, we're happy to be here on your happiest day ever. Nice.
Sweet. Immediately die at the next screen. Gotta be on this side. Oh, just dash down.
Nice. Anime Kahu says, do you like Dragon Ball Fighter Z? I personally haven't played Fighter Z yet, but
I love it.
Joey loves it.
Oh, wasted that dash.
I feel like the general response to Dragon Ball Fighter Z has been very positive. Oh.
There we go.
Yes, Seminole. This game is quite hard. These types of games are commonly referred to as
Oh, I think I just recently heard about like splatformers, where it's like platformers, but the main idea is that you're going to be dying a whole lot. Oh, dang it!
I wonder who coined the term splatformer.
I don't know.
Like, who was the first guy who was like, you know, this is splatformer?
There we go. Too bad, right?
D Trejo 91 says this is painful to watch. Oh, you know, just gotta not let the dying get to you so much.
Yeah.
Also, your name D Trejo reminded me of Danny Trejo, and that's like immediately what I thought of. Are you Danny Trejo? That's what I'm asking right now. James, hello. Hello, question mark?
Oh, this screen right here. This is when I realized, okay, this game is making me do stuff that is like insane. Like,
Whoa.
come on. Make that jump. Almost there.
Yes, Eric, this is the Nintendo Switch version. Wow. I feel like I should have known that. Apparently the GameSpot claims the Giant Bomb group coined the term spot
Oh yeah, that's
farmer.
right. That's where I heard it from.
Jeez, wow. Well, please don't tell them that we didn't know that. This would not be right. Oh, that was cool.
That was satisfying,
that
yeah.
was really crazy, actually. Ooh.
Oh, I could have made it up there. First try. Try again. Get that one last jump and I'll be able to get it. Almost.
So what is the thing that's you're facing up there? The challenge.
What do you say?
What's the challenge you're facing when you get to the top there?
Oh, that is the Crystal Heart, and so that's like that basically signifies the end of the B-side.
I see.
All right.
Dizzy Death, off topic. Altered Carbon is amazing. Please no spoilers in the chat. Most of us have not seen it yet. But I do hear great things about it, and I'm very excited to watch. Oh!
Almost.
That was
Can we make it back up there?
so
No.
close.
Try it again. How did I do this first time around? The thing is, you can't be over that while it's grayed out, and it's not gonna respawn.
Oh!
Very close.
So close. Tantalizingly.
Come on. Just
I wonder
teasing me right
how
now.
long you could stay up there, like just.
I need that one extra jump there.
Zamiddle Gamer says this game is so hard. If I was playing, I could not finish. I would break my laptop. Have you ever broken a game out of frustration? Oh, nice.
Actually, I haven't broken a game. I broken a controller before. I think I was playing Tekken?
Wow, that's the game you were playing. You
Yeah.
decided to break a controller.
Yeah, it was against a computer. I
What?
think it was the final boss in that. It was complete BS.
Right,
Like, it was clear that it was just unfair.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I think it was like Tekken 4 or 5. All right.
I'm amazed that it was Tekken still, though. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't really play against like the computer in a lot of fighting games.
Yeah.
Let's see, where should we go? Mirror Temple.
Have you ever tossed a Wiimote at somebody or something?
No, I haven't.
No, I've never thrown a controller at somebody. Luckily, nobody ever got me that mad in a multiplayer game.
We'll go to the Mirror Temple. Show off the B-side here. I really like this one too.
So I feel like the cassette reference is lost on a lot of like younger gamers. I'm not sure.
I guess so, yeah.
Like they might think that that's just like a thing in this game, like the A side and B side. But for I feel like most of you guys in here totally get the reference, but like most cassettes have an A side and a B side that have different sides.
Yeah.
Like the different sides of the cassette play different songs. So it's just a reference to that.
Here's all the spikes in the mirror temple.
These bubbles are really cool.
Yeah, so these ones will shoot you in whichever direction until you dash out of them. Whoops.
Ooh.
Or until you hit a wall.
Ooh. That was really cool. You did that in one swift.
And so there's also these things right here which will move if you dash.
Yes,
So
I saw this and I thought that was so
Yeah,
cool.
so you can use them to like propel yourself upward like that. Whoops.
This song is chill.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's just barely there.
Speaking of games with great music,
Yeah.
what is your favorite game soundtrack of all time?
Of all time?
Of all
Oh
time. You can only
God.
listen to one game forever. What is it?
Can't think about it right now.
I'm distracted.
Man, I don't know.
I feel like some people in here are probably going to say Undertale. It's-
Undertale?
yeah, that game soundtrack was really good. Very hype last year.
I mean, I don't know about all time, but I still really like Cuphead's. Like, just that jazz music.
Yeah. It's pretty jazzy. Jet Set Radio Future OST is goobs. Yeah, Gravity Rush was very good era. I think for me, that's hard. I do really like Mega Man 2's music a lot. And it might just be like a nostalgia thing or something. I'm not really quite sure. Skyrim songs are epic. for
Skyrim
sure.
songs?
Yeah, somebody hears the Skyrim. I'd be like, I don't know if I want to listen to it all the time. You know, I'd be like waking up preparing for battle.
Alright.
Whoa, that's specific. Sonic Mania Hydro City Zone Act 2.
Act 2.
Specifically.
How are we gonna do this?
Go ahead, Tanaka. I like Yumatsu. He does like the a lot of Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go see
Like those
like
concerts?
a orchestra concert. I know Final Fantasy does them, but ooh, the sax.
Oh my god.
Oh. Unexpected.
How am I gonna get all of this? That's not gonna work.
Ooh, that was cool.
That's just gonna push me down.
Hey, Insane Cannon, welcome to the stream. Thanks for showing up. I very much appreciate your presence here.
There we go.
Nice. I'd say after watching you do all the B-sides, I think it's maybe given me false confidence in my ability to complete the A-side.
Where are we?
I'm gonna be like, if I just watched Joey do all the B-sides.
It's not that bad, right?
It couldn't be that bad. And then I'm gonna like majorly flop on the just the normal modes of each level. Oh. Oh.
Of course. Just barely.
Final moment there. In Mikahu, did you ever play Super Smash Brothers? Yes.
Yes. Not like competitively or that seriously.
Same. I never played competitively.
Oh, I should have kept going. Okay.
I'm also like one of those stereotypical like Kirby people.
You just try to copy them or swallow them and jump off the ledge.
Yep.
I like doing that with Donkey Kong just because.
I'm like a one-trick Kirby. That's it. That's all I got.
Almost there.
Zamadol, I will say PUBG for me personally, but it's only because I haven't played Fortnite yet. I've put about, I want to say like 120 hours or 150 hours in PUBG so far. Not to say I'm not that good at it. I just am addicted to it. I'm going to download Fortnite this week and give it a go. I'm going to try not to be biased. I know a lot of people who are like super addicted to PUBG are like, Fortnite is for casuals, and like I'm not. That's not how I feel so far. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. I'm not trying to be biased. I love the fact that it's free to play. That's cool. Can't hate on that. Kirby as a Nintendo character in general is delightful. He is. You know, I'm not. Is it a he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe Kirby is like, you know, neither a he nor she. It's Kirby.
Makes sense, yeah.
You know? I don't know. But for all intents and purposes,
I don't know if they
we'll
ever
go.
officially assigned him a gender.
But we're gonna go with he.
Oops.
I don't know why all of a sudden that came into my mind. I was like, but what is Kirby? It's very deep.
What is Kirby?
What is Kirby?
Like what is
Kirby.
he? What is he made of?
What is he made of? What is Kirby made of? He's wearing shoes. Does he have feet? I don't know.
Or is that just part of his like anatomy? Like those, the bottom of his.
The shoes are actually not shoes. Those are the shape of his feet. And I've just been assuming that Kirby wears shoes this whole time. I'm having quite an existential dilemma about Kirby's life right now and his existence. Kirby is the gum stuck under the table. That's mean. I'm sure Kirby wouldn't appreciate that. You know why did I ask you guys? Because I can't play those games, but I can still watch. Well, we like to play a variety of games here, so expect to see all the above. Ooh, I missed. Kirby is a homie. Kirby is a homie. According to chat right now, Kirby is a homie. He's a friend. Sounds like Kirby is like our ride or die right now. I missed a comment that I wanted to read. I don't know if it didn't appear. And it was like a Fortnite versus PUBG comment. And I don't think it
yeah,
exists.
I think I saw it. It's there somewhere.
Oh, I think it's just somebody that said none of them. Neither. Is that the right answer? Was that a trick question? Is what I'm getting at here? And Mekahu, my favorite Nintendo character is also Toon Link. I love Toon Link so much. He's my favorite. And I might be a little biased. I love Wind Waker a ton. So, yeah. But, yeah, Toon Link is just great. Kirby is a baby star warrior who woke up too early.
He's a what?
I don't know. That's what Errol said. That's what he remembers from watching the anime. I'm gonna start referring to him as Baby Star Warrior. And
I totally forgot about that show. I remember watching it. I have the first season on DVD for some reason. Like I just randomly bought it. I'm like, what am I doing with this?
Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game. Errol, whoa. Okay, so Errol and I have two things in common now. He also said that Yoshi's Island was his first Mario game that he completed.
Yeah.
Same. Also one of my favorites. And also that Wind Waker is his favorite Zelda. It's 2 for 2, man. I like your style. GameVet, I agree with you. The conversation about PUBG and Fortnite, I think, is just because they're two very, very popular games right now because of the Battle Royale thing. And so that just instantly puts them in the same category.
Oh my god.
But I agree, there are different mechanics to Fortnite from what I've seen, and I don't necessarily think that it's fair to say that they're exactly the same.
Yeah, it's still a very, very new genre.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to figure out like what works, what doesn't.
He said, Keith Richards says he plays Fortnite, but he'd probably like PUBG better if he could get it on the PS4. I am a PC fan, so I love my PS4 also, but when it comes to shooters, be that third or first, I'm just so much better on PC, so I always play single player games on my PlayStation. Always have, always will. My competitive and online games have always been PC, so. Angel is Smexy says, any thoughts on Destiny 2? I think you'd have to ask Ate, our resident Destiny 2 player here. He will be able to give you much more poignant thoughts about Destiny 2 than I will. But I think it can be summed up as not enough content, right? It's like the big complaint
at the
right
moment.
Now. Weird issues with throttling experience and yeah, I don't know. Bungie, why you don't make this game fun? I think that's the general discourse right now. So are these squiggly things fire, or are they like tentacle monsters?
They're like, I'm pretty sure they're tentacles. So this is like the second half of the Mirror Temple where everything is like, you go through the same thing except everything's like completely different.
So it's like Bizarro version.
Yeah. So you still have like the same layout, but everything's creepy basically.
Keith Richards says, I do think Fortnite might have a steeper learning curve with the building, and what I will say as a counter to that is that there are things about PUBG that I think offer a steeper learning curve than Fortnite. For instance, there's like a ton of attachments for your weapons that you don't have to deal with in Fortnite, scopes and such like that. I don't know. Again, haven't played Fortnite, so I'll let you know my full opinions when I actually dive into the game. My first stream, which I did a couple weeks ago with Eric, I played Battlegrounds. Maybe my next stream we'll play some Battlegrounds or Fortnite.
Oh, come on, hit the button.
Khaleesi says, go, Joey, go!
I still love this music.
It's
soothing enough for me to make it through all these deaths.
It is. It's very soothing. I like this. This is probably my favorite track so far. And I gotta say, it's like the swagginess of the saxophone.
Yeah.
It's very
Supposed to hold on.
gaming butter. I didn't get to say hello before, but welcome. I see you here. I like your username. Gaming butter.
Smooth.
Smooth. Oh. Thread the needle. I believe. Oh.
It's close.
Yeah.
Breather. Dang it.
Yes, Keith. That does make sense. The endgame base building thing is definitely an interesting component that PUBG does not have. I'm curious to see how I feel about it once I've played it. I'm always hesitant to give my opinions about games I haven't dived into on I guess on a competitive level. When it comes to multiplayer games. Wow, you're getting BM'd in the chat right now.
Huh?
Somebody said you were bad.
Excuse me. Well, thank you for the encouragement. I just beat it.
Nice. Look, sometimes it takes like a little bit of, you prove yourself. Just kidding. No, Joey is very good at platformers. He's like our resident platformer addict, as he's been come to known here at GameSpot. He's also playing the B-side, so give him a break. This is the hardest version of this level. Dakron says he was getting passenger rage while watching these deaths. That's just Joey transferring his own rage, like, through the screen to you, Dakron. Thank you for your services.
Where is the switch? Oh, dang it. Oopsie.
Joshua List says, I don't know how you're staying calm. I'd be losing my mind right now. He's silently losing his mind. No, I
have been for a long time.
I know, yeah. Way before Celeste ever came out. Yeah, no, I have to applaud you, Joey, on your calm demeanor while playing these types of games. Definitely takes patience.
It's all about just learning, in my opinion.
I guess once you accept the deaths as not being a punishment,
Yeah.
then it's not... then it's like, oh, okay, it's fine. The goal is not to die less, it's just to learn the thing that you're... Learn the
Don't
what the
eat
puzzle
me!
is. Learn the answer to the challenge that you are facing.
Sometimes I just accept it and it's okay, need to restart. Right when I opened the door.
Yeah. Nice. Oh.
Just trying to jump on them. The extra. There we go.
Game and Butter, thank you for coming by again. We don't know when you subbed either, but we're happy that you remembered us or saw the notification, or for whatever reason you're here. Hi, welcome back.
All right,
These things are scary.
There you go.
I actually didn't even realize the spikes. Or no, you're just dashing out. Those are not spikes. are punishing you. Got it.
This one's not too bad, as long as I can remember to destroy this thing.
Gimme Butter asked how many languages you guys speak. I speak almost 5.
I speak 1.
I speak 1 as
Just
well.
barely. Oh, dang it.
Can you play the assist mode in the B-sides? I don't.
I want to say yes, just because like you turn on the assist mode like right at the beginning.
And then it wouldn't be fair to close off the extra level to people who wanted the.
Yeah, if you still want to like try the B-sides, like.
I wonder.
Yeah, I would assume it's still there. Okay, this guy.
What would you call that fish with teeth?
What would I call that?
Yeah.
Is that a joke?
No.
Oh,
was
I don't know.
Serious question. Randall Hyatt, my favorite color Joy-Con is the yellow Joy-Con.
I really like
Love
the Splatoon colored ones.
The green and the pink.
Yeah. I think they just released them in America. So I'm excited.
Yes. I think the yellow one is from.
It was like one of the first alternate colors, I think, in America.
Yeah. I forget what game the yellow one was released for.
Was it for ARMS?
It was for ARMS. Yes, it was. AG Love, we are playing Celeste on a Switch, Nintendo Switch. Jake Adrian, I agree. This does have Axiom Verge vibes. It's the 8-bit style.
Yeah, I think especially
sure.
this stage right here.
Yeah. The colors, the purple, and the
The general grossness of some of the enemies.
Yeah. Did you play Axiom Verge?
I played a little bit, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I gotta lure him out.
Axiom Verge, though, was different in terms of that it's more of a Metroidvania style game where you can go back and discover more things about the levels that were not there before, and, you know.
All right, buddy. Come on. We gotta get this done. So now there's lots of stuff I need to be aware of.
What is that? What is that thing?
So that's my friend. He's trapped in a crystal. I need to bring him along with me to beat this level.
Oh my god.
You gotta make sure he doesn't fall and die, and neither do I.
If this actually is like a total.
Still double jump, thankfully.
Okay, that's good. Oh my god.
There we go.
Oh.
Get out of the way.
Did that thing just talk to you?
This guy. He's in.
Oh, the guy in the
Whoa!
crystal. Yeah, that's right. You take that. Oh, okay. You throw that crystal
You can
at that.
throw it at him, but
Doesn't do anything.
it doesn't do it. It just kind of like makes him bounce away. Whoa.
Dizzy depth. I tried to keep count of the depths, but I lost at like 40. I was like.
Oh, for this run?
No, for in the very beginning when we talked about depth counting, I was like, let's see if I can count, and then nope. I definitely lost track.
Theo.
Mr. Van Dam says favorite Metroid game.
Ooh, I don't know. I have not played a lot of Metroid. I really do like Super though. Whoa, dang it.
Yeah, I would say Super. I also haven't played a ton, so I'm not like a connoisseur of Metroid games. Who's our biggest Metroid fan on staff?
I would say Peter.
These guys spawn back so fast as soon as you kill them, it would drive me insane, actually.
I'm jumping.
Nice.
Let's go.
I just realized the eyeballs have been looking at you the whole time.
Oh yeah, they follow you.
Yeah.
This is where it gets fun. Just toss him into the abyss.
That was your friend, Joey. At least you don't have to deal with like a permanent story consequence of losing him.
Yeah. Alright. No!
Oh! Yep.
Just bouncing around.
Oh.
What? Why is the game pushed off? Wonderful.
Nice. Oh.
Alright. Leave him there. Deal with this. No!
Oh! He says he still needs his 3DS Metroid. So I was thinking about getting the, I think it's the Pikachu 2DS.
2DS, yeah.
That
one
out.
looks pretty cool.
So a few years ago, I want to say like, I might be wrong here, but like 4 years ago, they came out with a Pikachu 3DS.
Yeah, I remember that one. It had like, what, his face on it or something?
Yes.
On the, like, completely covered up the backside with the yellow.
Yes. And I was so sad that I didn't get it. And he's actually really expensive now, even though he's old. I guess they didn't make a ton of them. They were definitely limited. And this feels like my opportunity to get it.
This one right here.
Yes. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting that 2DS. I don't know. I also like the 2DS is better than the 3DS. Yeah.
A little bit less bulky.
Yeah. Oh, close there. Enjoy the silence. Yes, this game is on PC. Would suggest playing with the controller.
Heaving him across these gaps.
Who says, just said, see ya.
Finishing this part of my own. Oh, God. Oh, at least he made it to that extra spring.
Oh, that last one is really...
You have to be just high enough.
Yeah. The placement is so important there. Arrow says he still has a special Pokemon edition Game Boy Color. It doesn't work, but it's still cool to have. It is cool to have. You should think about getting it repaired. There's definitely people out there who could fix that bad boy up. I still have my Game Boy Color. Teal was mine.
I have a neon green one.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know if it still works. Maybe it just needs batteries. Sweet. Did
That was
heave
great.
him in to the gap. Okay. Oops. This one isn't too bad.
Teal, yes, Gadge, Teal. Gadge is one of our social guys. You guys, some of you in here probably know who Gadge is. But Gadge and I have this inside joke where I tried to explain to him what the color teal was.
And
He knew what teal was.
well, like, how do you describe a color at all?
I showed him examples of teal. I think is that our? Are we at the end of our stream now?
I think we're getting pretty close. We can wrap it up with maybe one more B-side.
Yeah.
If you guys want, I can go to like one of the very, very end ones.
Let's do it. Let's do the most difficult B-side.
Oh my god. Actually, I don't think I have the most difficult one, the very last one unlocked. But I do have... Oh wait, I do have it unlocked. Oh my god. We
Guys.
could go into this blind. If we can just spend like 10 minutes.
I want to see a first time B-side with
Oh, boy.
Joey.
So this one, I
AKA
still have
Uncle
no deaths
Fuzz.
on it yet. Alright, let's go.
Joey, can I ask you what the origin of Uncle Fuzz is?
Yes, it's from an old EGM magazine. They used to have a comic in it called Sue and Chan, and in one of them they were trying to figure out whether or not video games cause violence in people, in kids. Oh wow, I am missing one heart. So you need every single one of those hearts in order to unlock this last part.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get to that one, but we
Can
can
you figure out what the heart you're missing? Do you know which
Yeah,
one it is?
I'm pretty sure it's the one. Or we can check the. Yeah, it's the one on the summit. That one's very. I don't even know where that one is.
Oof.
Actually, let's. Which one is this? Reflection. Let's just go to the B side for the summit one. I feel like this one's pretty cool.
Cool. And is this the heart you need?
No. Well, yeah, actually, it's here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to it.
Gotcha.
Oop.
Yeah, Goopy was robbed. Also, if you guys can explain what teal is for Gadge, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh boy.
I love how platforms propel you. It makes it so much more, like, exciting.
Ooh. Oh, I can't get up there. Right. We can see how far we get with this in like the next 10 minutes. That tiny little window to climb on top of that.
That's
Right into the
challenging right
spikes,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got this time.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Teal is the powerhouse of the cell. I don't know what that means, but I'm with it. I'm with it.
Mitochondria.
Ah!
This is slow. Okay.
Sometimes that's for the best. Oh.
Oh, I can go under that.
I'm doing that thing where I'm holding my breath for Joey.
Oh, just barely.
Now, Gad doesn't know what teal is. See, Gad told you don't know what teal is.
All right.
Ooh, that's the lady. That's your
Yeah. So
dark
just
version.
helping me out here a little bit. Oh boy.
Oob. That's fake news. Teal's nothing like purple. You know that.
Purple.
Yeah, I know. Preposterous, really.
Okay, I really like the ending to this part, actually.
Aw, gaming butter, thank you. I'm gonna, if you're being sarcastic, which I don't think you are, I'm still gonna take it as a compliment. He says, we're so talented, you deserve way more subs and likes.
I hope so.
That is quite the compliment, thank you. We hope you return.
Oh, no. I can get this. Done it before? There we go.
Wow! Wow!
Woo.
Wow! 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 That was so cool. What was
Alright.
that?
It's just like nonsense. So in
That was
Yeah.
so, that. How many times did it take you to actually remember that?
make it no. I was supposed to. That would have been cool. First try for that one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice, nice. Yeah, whoa, that was crazy. That was really good, Joey. Maybe teal is the friends we made along the way.
What?
I like all these obscure versions of what teal is.
Blue is just going like the literal sense. Yeah, it's greenish blue.
Yeah, yeah. Goob's on the right track.
Okay, this one. Oh, that was it.
Errol, it makes sense if you don't think about it. That's how I feel about life sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Better if you just don't like.
Yeah, it makes sense
Not
if you
at all.
don't think about it. Yeah. Henry Cho, if you're watching on YouTube right now, does everybody have access to like the multi-view on site of like all the different chats?
I don't think so.
Basically, we're streaming right now to YouTube, Twitch, and site. So we have multiple chats that we're looking at. So if we're saying something that doesn't make sense, it's probably because we're talking to people who are hanging out in another chat. Yeah, if you have like a link to where they can see multiple chats, direct them. That'd be cool. Or I don't know
Or
if
just
move
pull up the Twitch window and site window.
Yeah. Pull up the site window and Twitch window. Site has YouTube on it also?
No, it has its own chat.
Yeah, so there's site chat, YouTube chat, and Twitch chat. I wish there was an easy way to show everybody, but I don't think there is.
Oh my god. Fast.
Insane Cannon, is that like a tear in space or time that you travel through the game? It has not been determined, but I believe it's Jello.
Jello?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Space Jello, right?
Space Jello. Time and space Jello. Timey-wimey space Jello.
Oh. Okay. Got this. It's all about the muscle memory.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, you know? Space Jello with sprinkles. It's like funfetti space Jello.
Funfetti. You have a resident Funfetti fan in the office somewhere, Nick.
Who's not a funfetti fan? Are you like anti-funfetti? Because that's questionable. I don't know how I feel about that. This might be our last stream
I wouldn't
show,
call
yeah.
myself a Funfetti fan exactly, but you know, I appreciate it for what it is.
I don't know if that's enough. Funfetti is the best. I agree. Although you know what? I'm gonna have to like bite my tongue here and disagree with you, Gage. I don't like cake cookies. I don't like cookies that are made with cake batter. They're gross and weird.
Does have a point.
So he's like funfetti cookies, but I'm thinking of like the funfetti cake mix. I know you can make funfetti cookies, but it's not the same.
Oh boy.
Goob, I just might have made myself the Scrooge of funfetti. I don't know.
Go breather there too.
That corner
I
is
think that's
your worst enemy.
Okay.
Ah! That's how I feel.
Alright, I got. Just gotta
In
take
onomatopoeia
a break
form.
here.
Ay. You're like a millisecond sooner on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dash just a tad bit.
I think is a little too high.
GameSpot as a developer calls them dream boxes.
Dream boxes?
I like that. That is a very imaginative
Dang it.
name. Bob Jones wants to know your favorite Celeste game level or puzzle.
Oh, I would say I really like the second one, the old site. Has like some of the best music, and I really like that's where it first introduces you to this mechanic with the dream boxes. I think it's like probably one of the best mechanics in the game.
Nice.
I know I can dash out of that. I'm just forgetting to do that.
What was the name of the level that we were in with that you get the first saxophone music?
That was the B-side for the one that we just did, the Mirror Temple.
Yes, that's what I liked. Yes, the Mirror Temple music was good. Both sides of Mirror Temple are nice.
How about we finish this one up and end the stream? Oh no!
Oh, no.
If I can even get.
No, we'll get through it. You're gonna get through it, Joey. Otherwise, we're gonna have to kick you out. We're gonna have to.
I'll still be here when the stream ends, just trying to finish it.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there she is.
Nice.
Oh, wasted dash. Here we go.
That's the panic dash that I forget who brought up in chat earlier, but.
Whoops. So close.
It really does take like spacing and precision, like to just the right amount of space in some places.
you go.
Oh, that was good.
Woo.
Nice.
That was a good run.
Nice. That was a really good run in the end there.
All right, so there's more to this one. This is like near the end where you kind of go through a lot of the other parts of the game, but I think we'll stop it here just because my thumbs are starting to hurt a little bit from pressing so hard, but
I think I pressed this one. It's gonna make us big.
all right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for coming to the stream today and hanging out with us and playing some Celeste.
Yeah.
It was fun. Joey, thanks for playing that awesomely. That was
it
was fun to watch.
Anytime platformers, that's the way to go.
Yes. If you guys want to read more about Celeste or see more about Celeste, we do have a really great review on it, written by Oscar Deas. He goes a little bit more into his thoughts and opinions about the storyline and may offer some other answers that maybe we didn't get to give you in this stream. As always, thank you for joining. This is your last moment. If you have any questions, comments,
Concerns.
do you want to tell Gadge what teal is? This is your time.
I think he should find out on his own, figure it out himself.
Other let's round up today's conversation. Does Kirby have feet? I think we should do a feature on that.
Oh, that's a good. Ooh. I'm kind of scared to look more into it, but yeah, that might be a good idea.
What is Kirby? You should, as one of our social media producers here, I need to tell you guys to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you read Apple News in the morning, we are on that too. Twitters, the tweets. That's when you'll know when new features go up, when we're streaming, general GameSpot things. So, again, thanks everybody. You have any final words, Joey?
Celeste is good.
Celeste is
Guys,
good.
try it. Use
Try
the
it out.
Joy-Cons.
And we'll see you guys again.
See ya.
Bye. Also, AT, I don't know how to turn this thing off. You gonna come in here? Help.
You just click the outro.
Yeah. Oh, okay, thanks, Joey. All right, bye, guys. Outro.
It's one of them.
All right.